Good morning. Welcome on Saturday, fourth week of Easter. Yesterday we were just looking at the first reading. Today I would like to come back to the Gospel of John and to proclaim the passage which had been proclaimed yesterday in the church together with the passage which is proclaimed today. So let us listen from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God still and trust in me. There are many rooms in my Father's house. If there were not, I should have told you. I am going now to prepare a place for you, and after I have gone and prepared you a place, I shall return to take you with me, so that where I am, you may be too. You know the way to the place where I am going." Thomas said, "Lord, we do not know where are you going, so how can we know the way?" Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. If you know me, you know my Father too. From this moment you know him and have seen him." Philip said, "Lord, let us see the Father, and then we shall be satisfied." "Have I been with you all this time, Philip?" said Jesus to him, "and you still do not know me? To have seen me is to have seen the Father. So how can you say, 'Let us see the Father'? Do you not believe that I am in the Father and the Father is in me? The words I say to you, I do not speak as for myself. It is the Father living in me who is doing this work. You must believe when I say that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. Believe it on the evidence of this work, if for no other reason. I tell you most solemnly, whoever believes in me will perform the same works as I do myself. He will perform even greater works, because I am going to the Father. Whatever you ask for in my name I will do, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask for anything in my name, I will do it." The Gospel of the Lord. So, it's very beautiful passages. All this, what we read in the chapter 14th, is an explanation what had happened in the chapter 13. There we had passage about Jesus washing the feet of his disciples, and there was a prediction about betrayal of Jesus by Judas and denial of Jesus by Peter. And in order to understand the chapter 14th, it is very important to understand the chapter 13. So we know that the washing of the feet of Jesus' disciples, this provoked a reaction, a confusion, because Jesus Christ, showed himself as a slave. It was a work of a slave. And we were speaking about this in one of the meetings. Yes, of course, it is a lesson of service, of humility, that we are called to imitate the Lord in that littleness, being little one, the last one. But here it's beside the fact that this job belongs to a slave, to the little one, to the last one, that sometimes it was also an action made by a loving wife towards her husband. We can hear this in a story of Joseph the Egyptian and his wife. That it is not in the Bible, it is extra biblical sources, it's a tradition that Asenath, the wife of Joseph the Egyptian, she was so much in love with her husband that didn't allow any of the slaves to wash the feet of Joseph. So it is showing that in this humble action of washing of the feet as a slave, Jesus Christ also showed himself as the one who is doing this out of love, the one who is in love with humanity. Through this he's showing or telling to the disciples in the symbolic way, I am all yours. I give myself totally into your hands. I am here to serve. I am here to cleanse you. And this is this announcement of this amazing love. Through this action of washing of the feet, Jesus Christ is showing this love. Love which will even make us to do something very, very humble service, to never to demand anything. And that was already, provoking a reaction. Especially we see this in the Bible by Peter, who said that will never happen, you will not do it. And Jesus correcting him, saying that you have to undergo this, because otherwise you will not have part in my glory. And then there is, after washing of the feet, we see passages speaking about the treachery of Judas, foretold, and farewell discourses. Jesus Christ, is speaking, that he will be betrayed. The disciples, fantastically here, who are wondering who have done it, but they never point the finger towards the other person. They were saying, is it that's me? Is that me who gonna betray the Lord? And then it is said, about Peter, that let me read this passage, that Peter was kind of jumping as always, to say that he's ready to die. That he say, I will lay down my life for you. Peter, always very loud in proclaiming the things, with kind of temperament. But Jesus Christ is saying, lay down your life for me. In all truth I tell you, before the cock crows, you will have disowned me 3 times. So in the sense of, in confrontation of this amazing love of Jesus Christ towards his disciples, this love which is ready to take the last place, this love which is able, really to be there always at the service of the other person. Jesus Christ showing to us that he is the one who is totally giving himself in the hands of people. In front of this love, there appear the betrayal and denial. Human condition. In front of God's love appear human condition. And that is making the disciples to be agitated. This mental or spiritual agitation, being upset, being kind of stirred up. Because if that's true, that many times humanity in front of this love, in front of this image of God, behave as Judas and Peter, rejecting this love. And if that's the condition, I mean, that upsets the disciples. And for this context, in that uh, confrontation of these two realities, of God's love and human condition, that in that moment Jesus Christ is saying, do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not let your heart be upset. Do not let your hearts be in the state of agitation. So that's just as an introduction, just to see in which context Jesus Christ is speaking to us from the chapter 14th of John. Have a great day.